Just had a great meeting with MP Dean Del Mastro of the Canadian Conservative Party with regards to telephony fraud and some of the high-profile cases going on in the news right now. Now, Mr. Del Mastro is the secretary to the Minister of Heritage, who is at arm's length to the CRTC. The interesting part is Mr. Del Mastro was only CC'd in a letter that I sent on behalf of our company Gill Technologies to the CRTC. Surprisingly enough, we never heard from the CRTC, but we did hear from Dean Del Mastro.
So what did you really want to communicate to him about the issue?
Well, two things really. One, I wanted to see his level of concern. That was partially a curiosity factor, and also partially to see if there's something going to be done about this. So that was part one. Part two, I wanted to communicate how it really affects small and mid-sized business. Gill Technologies as a company, we're obviously working with mid to large enterprise businesses on a regular basis when it comes to communication costs and management. But we do have a lot of small clients as well. And these particular frauds that made the news, one
Okay, we're back with George, who had to take a call, but here we are. Now, on the phone, you were, right after the meeting, you were telling me that there were some particular concerns about what this means for small and medium-sized businesses,
right,
that they get on the hook for it. So do you want to just tell that to the audience there?
You bet. So essentially, what our main objective of the meeting was to really emphasize the impact that this can have on small business. In the particular cases that I referenced, there was the tune of $200,000, $100,000 in overcharges in those two cases. So these are big, big impacts for small business. But the part that amazes me the most is the lack of concern by Canadian carriers, or the lack of accountability by Canadian carriers to have some protection in there for the client, their client in fact, to protect them from this types of fraud. And I really referenced it to Mr. Del Mastro in the aspect of comparing to a credit card fraud. If my credit card gets compromised and stolen today by somebody and they start to make fraudulent charges, the credit card companies are very quick to pick up on these fraudulent charges, notify me, confirm whether or not they're my charges, and either shut down the card or keep it active depending on my response. And in turn, if they are fraudulent charges, the accountability leaves me and they take over the accountability. So those charges I don't have to worry about. In the telecom scenario, it's the complete opposite. Carriers, if they continue to bill, they're just running up their revenue. There is no protection for the end client. So Mr. Del Mastro was pretty surprised to hear that comparison. I think it really enlightened him, though. They are, in the month of November, going through a media review because they too believe that technology is affecting them. The small and mid-sized business technology is running at a certain pace, but government regulation is certainly not keeping up to it, to protecting the end users. So we've been invited to participate at that review and put our 2 cents in.
So that's going to be the next step for you then?
That will be the next step, and we'll see if he follows through. That'll be interesting.